Hi everyone. So today this video we will build one balance API dynamically using post method and get method. So let's start how to do this one. So this video I'm using this WSO2 official portal. So if you see here, right, so they added point number 4 here. So these are like some YML file. YML file means they have one Swagger file. So they already built for accounts, payments and confirmation of funds. So already I open this account Swagger here. There is one endpoint they are using as a open banking standard. So within this accounts and balance, they are passing on dynamically account ID using get method. So once this value is available in backend, so we are getting the response. That is the corporate scenario. So this Swagger I already open here. This is one swagger.io. Okay. So this editor we can able to filter our particular Swagger and verify as a responsive format. So you can see here. So this is one error code 200. So this type of response, like once that endpoint will hit to the backend, so we are getting one response. This is one type of response we are getting from the backend. Okay. So already I prepare on setup to end flow. So let's go through requirement analysis to understand what kind of scenario I already explained and how to build end-to-end flow of API Mocker flow. So which will complete our balance flow. We go through here. So this is the same one clone of the browser which you see just now, right? So the Swagger, like I already took it one successful response. Just modify this account field to different value. And this condition, if your API is giving 200 success response, then we will print this value as a response. If the value is invalid or if the ID is not there, not exist, then we are passing this value. This one we already developed. So already prepare one complete end-to-end flow for both post method and for open banking standard they using get method. So for additionally I build one API, so which will help you to understand how to use both get method and how to use both post method. So end to end flow of balance series. So let's completely let me copy this configuration. So before let me explain you what all fields are there, how I map this one, means which field is calling that particular value from the request payload. Let's understand here. So this is the endpoint, so which we are using for accessing our API, right? So one method I'm using here, post method. So this latency added to T 20 here. So switch method. So this switch method, just example, if you go through request payload, right? So this request payload, I'm passing one data. Within the data, I'm passing one more field balance. So within balance, I'm passing one more array. So this array, I'm passing account ID, debitor indicator, type, date time. And this is one more like JSON is there, amount. Within that, I'm passing one more value here. So for credit line, one more sub array is there. There I'm passing some field here. So we'll learn how we can filter each value from the request payload, and we'll pass one by one. Let's learn how to do this one. If you go through this definition, right? So I added one switch condition. I'm adding one type key value, switch value. It's entered to this data. From data, it is checking balance field is there or not. If it is array, then I added here 0. Within that particular balance, whatever value is there, I'm adding that account ID, credit debit indicator, type value, date time, amount value. These all are fields like available inside balance. Okay. So if you scroll down, there is one more field is here, responses, and one more field is there, response switch responses. If our condition is succeed, the above filter criteria is matching with our filter criteria, then we will give one response. Like this is one filter criteria. This is my account ID, creditor means details, and also this is date time format. So if this condition is succeed with our payload request value, then we are calling one more file here, get balance success JSON file. Okay. So this file will whatever value is available inside that particular folder, means particular file, that data we are printing here. So same let me explain you for get. So for get we are using this endpoint. So it's matching with our Swagger endpoint, right? So this endpoint they are using get method. So same I using your get method only. So here what I did here, so we are using switch condition for account ID only. So if account ID is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then we are calling this particular file and we are printing that whatever data is inside that file, we are printing that one. Same for if we are passing this particular account ID, whatever data is available in this file, so we are printing that one. This is like one end-to-end flow of both get method and post method. So which will help you like to complete your like balance API journey. Okay, so let's start to let me copy this one. So this configuration we need to show you for post method, right? Let me copy this one. As you already like those who are regularly watching my channel, so kindly go through my channel. So beyond doubt. So there is one more playlist I added here. So if you go through playlist, right, that is API Mocker beginner to export. So this one we are currently means why I am explaining like in WSO2 we are like one more sandbox series is there which will integrate this API Mocker in WSO2 sandbox flow, which will help you to understand the actual production flow and actual sandbox flow in a real time scenario. So let me go through this configuration again. So this configuration, so this one I already explained for payment API, right? So it's ending with here, right? Let me give one comma and add a new configuration. So this new configuration we did for what? Balance API. So this balance API, currently let me show you post method. After this post method, I will show you how we can use get method for fetching the data from the backend. So let me save this file. Now what I need to do, if you scroll down, there is one mocks folder is here, right? So this mocks folder, one for 500 code, I need to create one file for 500 code and I need to create one more file for 200 code. So if our condition is succeed, then whatever data is available inside this file, we will print this one, and whatever data is available inside this file, if it is 500, then we will print this one. So let me copy this one and I need to go to mocks folder. Okay, so now let me go through mocks folder. Right, means already there is one new text is there, right? So let me save this file to new file. So it will create one file with success scenario and we will create one more for failure scenario. So this one I did for like failure scenario. Let me save this one. So this file, let me go through my requirement analysis. So I already created one default response, right? Let me copy this one and add it here. See, whatever response you will add in 500 code, so whatever data is there, it will print as a response. So it depends on you, like you want to use this kind of response or different response. That depends on yourself. Then second one, this is for I did for 500 code, right? So let me copy this file. So this JSON file we will create for 200 response. So let me open this text file again, save as, modify this one to all file. So let me add it here. So this one like I'll use for success scenario. Now let me go through the requirement analysis again. So let me copy this value. So this one I use for successful scenario. So here let me add that value here. So now our two file is ready, one for success scenario and one for 500 code failure scenario. Now we need to do what? What I need to do? I need to execute again node server.js. Now it's showing what? Running, right? So how we will confirm like this API Mocker is running or not? So we usually regularly like what we are doing. So there is one host already is exposed host to localhost. So here I am adding localhost 9437. Okay. So if I execute this one, you can see here it's showing what cannot get. So that means API Mocker has been started. Let me copy this base URL. So configured here. As you already know, like in configuration JSON file, right? We are using post method. So we need to modify this method as a post here. And in the body, right? Let me go through body raw data. So here let me modify this one to JSON. So within this payload, so let me go through the success scenario and copy this value. So in Postman, let me add it here and beautify this one. So if our condition is succeed, then we will get the success response. Let me, okay. So one more thing also, we need to add our endpoints, right? So here, let me copy this one. Let me copy this one, Postman. So I'm adding here that particular endpoint and send request. So you can see here, right? In the log, you can see incoming request. This is my endpoint. and this is the switch value. It's filtering that account ID, debitor indicator, type value, date time, amount value, currency value, and creditor indicated value, and other value also there you could see here. So if this condition is succeed, so it's showing what matched response, and it's entered to this mocks folder, and it's calling this account get balance success response. So if you go through Postman, right, so here you could see the code, you can see, right, 200 code, and we are getting one response whatever is available inside success file. So now what I need to do, simply I modify this one to one different value. If I send request, let me go to the log again. So here you can easily get, right. So now you can see like it is calling one more file, not found JSON. So if you go through response, so you can, here you can see, right, account ID doesn't exist. So now you easily understand, right. So how like this API Mocker is working as a real time scenario, like how you can filter your API Mocker and how you can pass that one. So in this way, like you can easily like filter your criteria. Okay, so this is like how we can use for post method. Let's go through get method. So in get method, right, so this is my requirement analysis. So here you could see like we are using one slash accounts. So within that we are passing dynamically account value, then this endpoint is balance. So here what we are doing, we are simply only checking this endpoint value is it 1 2 3 4 5 6 matching, then we are passing this file. If it is 987854, then we are passing this file. So what I'm doing here, let me copy this configuration file. Let me go through my configuration JSON. So it's starting with here. Let me go through where it's end here. So it's end here. Okay. Let me give one more comma and add that configuration. Now let me copy all. So beautify. So it's making like indented one. So easily you can understand like where it is breaking and which file is ending with where. Now let me copy this file, go to configuration JSON, and add it here. So now I added one more configuration which we will use for get method, and dynamically we will pass the account ID field here. Okay. So now what I need to do here, let me go through Postman, copy this base. This is my base endpoint. Let me add it here. So after that, what I need to do, let me copy this endpoint. So this is my endpoint. Okay. Let me go through here. So this one like our endpoint here. So it's not required none. So let me select none here. So what I need to do here, now we need to create files. So if you see here above, we already created one file here, account get balance not found. So this one is not required to create again for 500 code. We just need to create two more file, one for like for this account number 1 2 3 4 5 6, and one more also account number we need to create. So either we need to check this one or this one. So if this two is not matching, then we will pass this one. So let me copy this particular file and go through the mocks folder again. So let me open this one, right. So here let me save as again, modify this save type to all files. Let me add it here. So this particular like will use for account ID 1 2 3 4. So what I need to do here for quick time being, let me copy this value. Let me go through this file, right. So this file. So what I need to do here, this account ID, let me modify this one to 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is one sample. Okay, so either you can use this value or different value, so it depends on you. So let me close this one. So now what I need to do, I need to create one more file for this mocks file. So let me copy this value, go through this folder again, open this one, right. So here save as again, modify this save type to all files. So now I need to add some data inside this particular file. So same success scenario, let me copy this value. So this value, let me go through this file, this particular file. So here what I need to do, let me modify this account ID to 987654. This is one sample dummy response. Okay, so this is for only a demo purpose. I'm using this kind of thing. Actual scenario will use dynamically field and also dynamically respond. We can understand like step by step process. So now like our configuration is ready. So we need to restart our API Mocker to reflect these changes in API Mocker. Terminate this one. Now let me restart again. So it's showing what again, like running this 9437, right? So our APM worker already started. So let me go through Postman again. Now instead of this account ID field, if I am passing dynamically, let me go through our configuration. Just example, let me copy this one. So Postman replace with new account ID, right? If I send request, so let me go through log. So now you can see, right? So it's entered to this switch 1 2 3 4 5 6 switch key, and it's passing this value. So if you go through this Postman, now you can see, right? This is my account ID, and this is the same as account ID only. Whatever value I added inside this particular file. So now let me change this one to different account ID. Go through Postman, replace with new account ID. If I send request, let me go through log, and here you can see, right? It's checking this particular switch key. This is the value, and this is the particular file which we called for this account ID. So if you go through Postman, now you can see, right? This is the ID is matching with this ID, and whatever data we added inside this file, so that data only we can see here. Apart from this, like if I am passing any wrong, just example ABCD 1 2 3 4, just example I'm adding here. If I send request, right? If you go through log here, so now you can see, right? Account get balance not found file it's called, and you can see the switch key here, right? So it is checking this key value is available or not. It's not there. So if you go through Postman, now you can see, right? Account ID not exist. So hope like you guys are clear, like how you can use as a post method and how we can use as a get method for complete this balance API series. So I hope like those who are watching newly my video, kindly go through my channel, So Beyond Doubt. So, regularly and sometimes also due to other priority, I'm unable to upload regularly these videos. So my channel is regularly basically used for all technical related videos, both for API integration and mock series and WSO2 related series and all type of technical related videos, so which will helpful for your future. So thank you so much. Like those who are watching my video, kindly like, share, and subscribe my channel. So it will motivate me to make more videos. Thank you so much.